As Vicky mentioned, today is unfortunately our last class of the semester.
Oh
So
no.
welcome to another exciting episode of Tech Buddies, brought to you by the MPC Foundation. So today we are going to be covering off on Amazon. So talking about the Amazon app. So how many people here use the Amazon app to do their shopping already?
I just use it once a while.
I don't.
Maybe once a year.
Just once a year? That's okay. Today I'll go over a whole bunch of interesting things with you, how to use the app, how to shop on there, and maybe you'll use it a little bit more.
Okay.
So just so we have a quick introduction here again. For those who don't know me, I'm Ryan, and I'll be helping today. So again, we'll be talking about the Amazon app. So what is Amazon? Well, you can think of Amazon as being a giant, it's actually huge, giant online store. So kind of like Walmart, where you can go online and buy pretty much anything that you need to buy there. I know that the only things that they don't have on Amazon right now would be fresh produce. They have it in the United States, but they don't have it in Canada yet. But for pretty much everything else, clothing, canned goods, electronics, pretty much anything you can think of, you can buy it on Amazon. So it's like a giant Walmart. Think of it like that. Giant online Walmart, I should say. So the first question that some people will always ask is Amazon safe? So is it safe to actually put your information on Amazon and to shop there? And I can attest from personal experience, I've been using Amazon for years now, and I can say that it's very, very safe. They are huge, and they've done a good job of encrypting all your purchase information, as well as making sure that it's all stored securely online. Not to mention, if you ever have any issues, their customer service is actually very nice. They'll help you get anything resolved that goes wrong. So the first thing that I want to talk about is installing the Amazon app. So again, if you have the App Store, and I'm just going to
We just
one thing I'll ask there is if you have
would you
if
have somebody turn that off?
Yeah, I think there's somebody with maybe like a TV or something in the
Look, they are on
background.
the
If
phone.
you've got that turned on, if you could please turn it off. Ah, quiet. Perfect.
Oh.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So-
That's nice.
I'm just going to. So we're going to talk about the App Store on Apple and the Play Store on Google Play. So again, if you're using Apple or if you're using Google, either go to the Google Play Store or go to the App Store and type in Amazon. It should be the first one to pop up, and the icon that you're searching for looks like this. So again, if you find an icon that looks like that, that's the Amazon app that you want to download. So I'll give everybody a moment to find the app and to download that on their phone or tablet.
I don't know what's wrong with my phone. I'm getting a lot of echoing.
Yeah, I'm getting echoing too.
Okay, yeah. There is some echo. If anybody has a second device on or something like that, maybe that's causing it.
Has anybody signed in twice on this? Eleanor, I think I see you on here twice. Oh wait, no. I'm just looking quick. I'll say if you're able to, can you put yourself on mute until you want to talk? Okay, so has everybody had a chance to download the Amazon app?
Yes.
Looking on.
Perfect. Working on it? Okay. Just give a couple more seconds here and we'll just get this
Hi,
started.
Ryan.
Yeah.
Hi, Ryan. How
Hey,
come
Leah.
I get this?
Oh, can you move it a little bit closer? Just so it goes in there. I think. Amazon. Yep, you've got it installed.
Oh,
So
oh,
just click-
yeah.
now you can
I have
just
to
click open.
wait Yeah, I had to wait quite a few minutes.
Sometimes they take a little while to install. Amazon is a pretty big application, so it can be a little bit of time to download. But I
So
think
I
you've
just
got it now.
press skip sign in, or
So just hang on for 1 second there, and
okay.
I'll go over the next part here.
Thank you.
No problem. Yeah. What we're going to do is I'll talk about setting up a profile with them. So now that everybody's got the Amazon app installed,
Yeah.
so the next thing I want to talk about, just before we actually go into the app, is something called Amazon Prime. So Amazon Prime is a subscription service that Amazon offers to people in order to be able to get free shipping on most of the products that they sell on their store there. So Amazon Prime does have a fee that's charged either monthly or yearly to actually have that service there. So depending on how often you actually use Amazon, it may or may not be worth it to actually get Amazon Prime. Remember, Amazon Prime isn't something that you have to use. It's something that's like a value-added service, I guess there. So I know for myself, I shop on Amazon quite often. So for me, Amazon Prime makes sense because I order from them maybe once or twice a week. So for me, paying I think it's like $70 a year, is worthwhile for the free shipping that I get on the products and services that I get from Amazon. But if you only use it, say like once a year, once every couple months or so, it might not be worth it. So don't worry about getting it if you don't think you're going to use it often. If you think you're going to be using Amazon a lot, then it might be worthwhile to look into Amazon Prime as well. In addition to getting the free shipping on, again, most of the things that are on there, you also get access to some of their other services. One of the big ones is something called Prime Video. And that's kind of like a subscription service like Netflix. So if you have Amazon Prime, you also get access to Prime Video. So in the future, that might be something that's worthwhile to check out. So again, Prime Video is like Netflix. So if you are signing in, again, with Amazon Prime, it might offer you a free trial, a 1 month free trial for it there. So you can go in and click Try Prime and get it for free for the first month. You just have to make sure that if you don't decide to use it, that you cancel it within that month period. Otherwise, it will charge you going forward. And as of the point when this slide was put up, it was $7.99 a month. But again, depending on the plan that you have there, it might be more, it might be less. So now, moving past Prime there, when you first sign in there, you will probably get something that says sign in or create an account. So this is something important to do because when you're ordering off of Amazon, it's going to be shipping to your location there. So you want to make sure that they have your information. So if you've already got an Amazon Prime account, feel free to sign in. If you don't have an Amazon Prime account, you can create an account, and there might be a button on yours that says create an account. On my screen, it just says create an account underneath the sign in button. But on your phone, it might show something a little bit differently. So if you do click on create an account, this is what's going to pop up here. It's going to ask for your name, it's going to ask for your email address, and it's going to ask for a password that you want to use for Amazon Prime. Once you enter in that information there, you'd click on verify email, and then in your email, a one-time password will be sent to you. And that one-time password you would enter into this field here. And that would just confirm that the email address that you had provided is actually accurate. So again, Amazon wants to know that the email you're using is a real email. Once you've entered that one-time password in, click on create an Amazon account. And then once you've done that, you'll just have to click sign in next time you want to go in. So once you've created your account, you can now start using Amazon. So I'll just give everybody a moment to create an account. Does everybody already have an account with Amazon or not yet?
Not yet.
Okay, so I'm going to give everybody a couple seconds to go through and actually create their account on here. And please let me know if you run into any issues.
Ryan, if I do not wish to create an account, but I can still follow through with your presentation, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I don't feel safe enough to use my cell phone for Amazon. I'd rather go into my computer.
No problem at all. I know the encryption on the Amazon app and the encryption on your computer are the same. So if you're comfortable with one, both actually work the same.
Thank
So
you.
it's okay to use both. But again, if you're only comfortable using your computer, that's totally fine too.
Yeah, I don't want to create an account. Thank you.
No problem. All right. Has everybody had a chance to create an account? Is there anybody who hasn't had a chance to create an account yet?
You can create an account but not using it, right?
Yes, you can. So if you create the account and you don't use it, that's fine too.
Yeah.
Nothing is charged.
Yeah.
Just don't subscribe to Amazon Prime. But even if you put a button there, it'll ask for your credit card information. So you can
Yeah.
tell right away if you kind of got to that point. So I'll be moving
I
forward.
just
here.
wonder if I have it on my laptop and if I create it in my phone, can I delete that as well? Can I delete the account in the cell phone?
So if you sign in on your phone, you can actually use the same account to sign in on your computer. Or if you create it on your computer, you can actually use that account to sign in on your phone. So that account will work on Amazon everywhere. So if you go to Amazon's website on your computer, or if you use the app on your phone, no problem at all. You can use that same account. So if you already have an account, don't create a new account. Just click on sign in and enter your information.
It come me to verify email address and enter OTP.
So what you want to do there is on the app there, it will say verify your email. They will have emailed you a one-time password. That's what OTP stands for. So in your
I
email,
have to go back to my email now?
correct, yes.
Okay. And then just put down whatever the number they gave it to me,
Exactly.
right?
You only ever need to use this password once. It's just to verify your
Okay.
email address is good.
Okay.
Mhm.
Now, after I go back to my email, I couldn't find where I am now.
Oh,
So I go back to App Store.
click back on the Amazon app on your phone.
Amazon. They didn't come up. Amazon app. Okay, open. Okay.
Perfect. And now you can enter that one-time password in. Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, so is everybody ready to move forward now?
Now the page is go to here.
Excellent. That's perfect, Lily. That's where you want to be. Okay, so now that everybody has signed into Amazon, this is what it's going to look like when you first sign in. So there's going to be a few things that you're going to see on the screen in front of you. So what's going to be at the top, and I'm just going to bring up my spotlight there, at the top is going to be your search bar. So this is the bar that you can use, or this is the input bar you can use to enter in what you want to search for. So that can be pretty much anything. You can type in clothing, you can type in shirts, you can type in pants, you can type in dog food, you can type in, what else? TVs, you can type in stereos, whatever you want to search for, you can put it in there, and then it'll give you a bunch of recommendations. Down at the bottom of the screen are going to be 4 little icons. The first one is going to be the home icon. So that gets you back to the main screen within Amazon app. The next one is going to be your profile screen. So that's where you can pull up things like your basket, previous orders, current orders. Next to it will be your shopping cart. So if you are currently buying something and you haven't checked it out yet, that would be where your shopping cart would be and where you can see it. So think about when you go to the grocery store, when you put things into your shopping cart, that's kind of like what this is here, except it's a digital version of that. And then the button on the right-hand side here is the More button. So that's more for like going to your settings and updating information on your profile. Angela, I think you had a question there.
I don't see a screen. I only have this thing.
Oh,
Me
can you move
too.
a little bit closer? Oh,
Yeah, no, the bottom side.
Bottom not doesn't have anything.
Okay.
okay. So Angela, I think on yours, press the button. See at the top left-hand corner, there's a little back button. Press that.
Oh, okay. So
Is it back there? Yeah, good. There we go.
this is the one. Okay.
Does that look great? And Sue, did you say yours wasn't working, or was that Lily? Sorry, I missed that.
It's
Oh,
okay.
No.
I just opened it in my laptop.
Oh, okay, that's fine too. It might be a little bit different on your laptop versus on
Yeah.
the phone, but if you're able to follow along as best you can, then
Yeah.
that should be okay.
Yeah, because I have to look up my password. I forgot.
Don't worry, that happens to me all the time too.
Yeah.
So if we want to search for something, we're going to go up to this bar at the top here. So the search Amazon bar, and we're going to type in something to search for. So let's pretend we're going to buy dog food. So we can type in dog food, and what's going to pop up is some recommendations. One of them will be as close to what we typed in as possible, so dog food, but it also recommends other things like food, soap, snowshoe bags, snowshoes, I'm not sure why, but these are some of the other things that it recommends. If you type in dog food and just hit the search button on your keyboard, it'll try to pull up as many results for dog food as possible. And again, this will be the same thing for whatever you're typing in there. Once you click search, then it'll pop up with a whole bunch of different things that are available based on your search. One thing I'm going to mention that's really key to point out is the first result isn't necessarily always going to be the best result. Notice how right here it says sponsored. So what that means is this company has actually paid Amazon to try to be at the top of the search result when somebody types in something, say like dog food. So there's people that will pay to put their ads first for a lot of different types of searches as well. So you want to make sure that you always pay attention to the sponsored link, because that sponsored doesn't necessarily mean it's the best. It just simply means that they paid to be at the top. You may want to scroll down a little bit so that you can see some other results, maybe more in line with the search that you did. So another way that you can search as well is at that top bar where it says search Amazon, on the right-hand side of that little bar will be a little camera icon. So if you click on that, you can actually take a picture of something in your house, and Amazon will try to figure out what that is in order to find you things that are similar to that. So in this example here, there was a picture of a 10-pack of Excel gum. So when the picture was taken, Amazon tried to figure out what it was and tried to pull up things that matched what that picture was. So I'll be honest, I don't use this feature very often because I don't think it works that great, but know that that's there as well if you want to try it. You can also use Amazon to scan barcodes, and if you have a picture of something else, you can use it for that too. If you'll remember back to our class on Google Lens a few weeks ago, this is kind of like that, but again, I don't think it works quite as well. So for me, typically what I'm going to do is on that search bar at the top, I'm usually just going to type what I want to search in there. That usually works a little bit better. So let's actually pretend like we're going to buy something. So on here, we're going to put something in our shopping cart. So say we wanted to buy gum, and the gum that we wanted to buy was this one here, this Excel white sugar-free gum, Spearmint 12 count. So we can click on that, and that's going to bring up the page for that particular product. So down here a little bit, some products will actually have an option to select different sizes. So if you were to click on this, and unfortunately I don't have a picture to show you, but if you were to click on this, some products will actually give you alternate options for what you could buy for that. So for this one, it might show a 1-pack, a 12-pack, it might show different flavors. So you can use this to quickly get to a different version of the same product there. If you don't see this selection there, that just means that the product that you're searching for doesn't have that option. Don't worry about that at all. It can just sometimes make it a little bit faster to pick and choose the product that you want. So let's say it is this Excel white sugar-free gum in spearmint flavor 12 count that we want. So this particular pack. If we scroll down a little bit, there'll be a button that says add to cart. So clicking add to cart doesn't mean that we're purchasing it right now. All that means is that we're putting it into our shopping cart. So again, imagine you were going to Safeway or Co-op. and you were walking down the aisles with a shopping cart. When you grab something off the shelves and put it into your shopping cart, that doesn't mean that you've purchased it. It just means it's in your shopping cart and you can keep shopping around for more things. This is exactly the same as that, except the digital version of that. Just be careful though, underneath that is a button called Buy Now. Don't click on that until you're really familiar with Amazon. That one is essentially something that lets you skip the cart and buy right away. So if you only want to buy one thing and you know that what you have there is the thing that you want to buy, and you want to skip the shopping cart and going through the checkout process, you can click Buy Now and it'll get it for you right away. But if you don't want to do that and you want to keep shopping, or if you want to go through the traditional method, click Add to Cart. Does anybody have any questions on that part? Still good? Awesome. Okay, so once we click Add to Cart, then what's going to pop up on the next screen is our item there. So we can see that we've clicked Add to Cart, and at the top here, it says Added to Cart. And I'm actually just going to grab my little spotlight because I think it'll be easier to see. So here it says Added to Cart. So we can either view cart, or we can proceed to checkout if we're done shopping. If we're not done shopping and we want to keep going, then we can just click the little back button at the top here, and then you can search for the next item you want and add that to your cart, and then the next item and the next item until you get like 10, 12 Amazon boxes in the mail, just like I get periodically. So if you do click proceed to checkout, what's going to happen there is it's going to bring you to the confirmation page to actually buy this. So let's pretend we're done shopping. We only wanted to buy that spearmint gum. So we're ready to go to checkout there. So we click proceed to checkout. So on the next page here, it's going to have our information on what it is that we want to buy, the confirmation, details on shipping and handling, GST. If you are in a province with PST, it'll have that as well. So we can see here, it will show us the estimated delivery date, so October 29th, 2020. So the pictures are a little bit old on this. It'll show us the total cost for the order there. So in this case, $10.93. It'll show us the cost for the items that are in our basket. If there is any shipping or handling, it'll show us that. So again, if you have Prime, typically shipping and handling will be free. If you don't have Prime, then usually there'll be a cost for shipping and handling. And then it'll show us the tax associated with it. So at the beginning, I mentioned that Prime is on most items in Amazon. If you have Prime, or if you decide to get a Prime membership, what you're going to be looking for is if the item you're buying has this little logo on it where it says Prime next to the item, that means it has free shipping if you have a Prime membership. If it doesn't have that little logo on it, then it may not be free to ship to you. Some vendors will give free shipping depending on how much you buy from them, but some won't. So you know that if you have a Prime membership and it has this little Prime icon, that it is free shipping. If it doesn't have that, then it may or may not be. So again, that means you have to have a Prime membership to get that. So back on our order page here, in addition to confirming the order details, underneath that is information on where to ship it to, as well as payments. So if you haven't done this before, you'll have to enter in new shipping information. So you're going to enter in your address or any details on where you're going to ship your item to. And below that, you're under payment information. This is where you can enter your credit card. Once you enter it for the first time, Amazon will actually save that information, so you don't have to enter it in each time. So that makes it convenient for future purchases. So again, I know for me, where I buy things on Amazon a lot, having my address and my credit card saved on there makes things a lot easier because I don't have to enter it in each time. Once you have entered in your address and your payment information and what you want to buy is confirmed, so again, you are good with the price, you can click place your order at the top here. Once you click place your order, Amazon will give you a confirmation page that says your order has been placed. It'll also tell you your estimated delivery date. At this point, you can either close the app, you can continue shopping if you want to buy more things, or you can review and edit your recent orders there. So what if we have an order that we have put in here, but we want to actually cancel it? So we can go in and and we can go in and cancel an order. Now, you can't do this if the order has already arrived, but you can do it if you say just purchase something and you're like, oh, wait, shoot, I didn't want to actually order that. I really want to order something else. So you can go in and cancel it if you do it right away. So to do that, down at the bottom here, if you click on the little, hang on, I'll get my annotate button here. If you click on the little icon that has your face on, or that has the little person on it there, you can click on something called Your Orders. So it may look slightly like this, or maybe a big button that says Your Orders on it. On there, it should show you the orders that you've put in, and the most recent order will appear at the top there. So let's say we don't want this Excel gum. We decided that we were going to order it. We had great intentions. We were going to have really fresh breath, but we decided that we really don't like this flavor, and maybe we're going to cancel it. So you can click on that. On the next screen here, and unfortunately it's a little bit crowded on here, it's going to bring up the order details. So it'll say what the status of the order is. So in this case, it was just ordered today. It might say it's shipped if it's already been sent from the Amazon warehouse. Out for delivery means that somebody has it on like a delivery truck and they're going to probably arrive that day. And it may say delivered if it's already arrived. But let's say it's just been ordered, and so our confirmation just says ordered today. If we scroll down a little bit, there'll be a button that says cancel order. So if we click on that, it will pop up with an option to say, what do we want to cancel? So we're going to check off that Excel gum. It will ask us for a cancellation reason, and that's optional. You don't have to put anything in, but again, if you want to put an option or reason in, you can. And then you can click on cancel checked items. And Amazon will actually cancel that for you and won't charge you anything for doing that. So does anybody have any questions on this part? Cool. All right. So the last thing I want to show you, or the next thing I want to show you, is something called Wishlist. So Wishlist is essentially a list that you can create for yourself to keep track of products. They aren't necessarily going to be things that you want to buy right now. They're just things you want to keep an eye on. So maybe in the future you want to buy things and you want to keep an eye on them. Where I use Wishlist for is when I'm shopping for presents for other people. I may not want to buy those presents right now, but if I see something online that I think is like really good, and maybe in the future, like for a birthday or Christmas, I think I'd want to get that for them. I can put it in a wish list, and then it keeps track of them, but then I'm not buying that item right away here. So let's say we're going back to this Excel gum here, and we don't want to buy it right now, but we want to keep track of it. Again, maybe in the future we want to buy this gum, but not right now. On the page where you have the gum here, if you scroll down a little bit, there'll be a button that says add to wish list. So if you click on that, it will allow you to pick a wish list that you want to save it to. So on here, you can actually save it to Amazon's default wish list. So in this case, it'll probably be your name's wish list. And that's public and anybody can see it. But you can actually go down and create another wish list. So let's say you wanted to create a wish list with a different name. So birthday gifts or optional birthday gifts, or maybe things I want to buy in the future, dream items, something like that. You can create as many wish lists as you want, and you can name them whatever you want. It just helps you keep track of what it is that you're actually looking to buy. Later in the future, you can actually go back to these wish lists and find the items and add those to your shopping cart and buy those. So again, adding something to a wish list doesn't mean you're buying it right now. It's just helping you keep track of it. So next I'm going to cover off what it looks like under the profile screen. So at the bottom on the main page here, you have the little icon here that has a little person on it. So on here, there's going to be a couple things that I'll cover. One is going to be your orders. So again, we talked earlier about seeing previous orders there. This is going to be where you can go in to see what some of the orders were that you've put in recently. So by default, it'll show you the last 6 months, but you can actually go through and search for pretty much all the orders that you've put in on Amazon. You can see orders that are currently being shipped out, and you can see orders that have been delivered previously. On here, you can also see the wish list that you've created. So again, there's that wish list that we created where we added that gum to it. So if you click on the wish list button, it's going to actually bring up your wish list and all the items that you've put in there. So you can see that the gum that we had added is in our wish list. There's also a button underneath it to say add to cart. So if we decide, okay, it's been in my wish list, I didn't want it at that time, but now I do, you can actually just go in here and click the add to cart button, and it will really quickly add it to your shopping cart so you can buy it right away. So wish lists are really useful for keeping track of items, and then when you're ready to buy them, being able to add them in quickly. If you don't want it, the three little dots here that is just next to the add to cart there, you can click on that, and one of the options is going to be delete from wish list. So you can click there to remove it from your wish list if you don't think you want to keep track of it anymore. Does anybody have any questions on this page?
What happened after you add to the cart? Would that item remove from there, or will still?
So if you click add to cart, it will remove it from your wish list as well.
Oh, okay.
Hi, Angela. I think you're on mute right now.
And on the wish list, suppose I'm searching for something, but I want it when it's on promotion or sales. Would they inform you?
I don't think so. I've never.
So you just have to keep looking for it.
I think so. I've never seen that option before. I think that would be a really nice option. I would actually use that quite often. I've never seen that before, so I think you'd have to keep track of it and see if it's on a good deal on that day.
Okay.
Good question. So the next piece I'm going to show you here will be the more option. So down at the bottom here, again, to the left or to the right of the home button, the profile button, the shopping cart is the more option. So that's the one with the three little lines. On here, you can go through and check details on your account. You can also see your wish list on here. You can see your orders on here as well, and you can change your settings for your Amazon account. One of the settings that you can change is the country and language that you're in. So sometimes Amazon can get switched up and can go to, say, like the American site. Where this sometimes happens is if you're shopping online and you see something that you want to buy and they have a link to actually purchase that. A lot of companies will link to Amazon to be able to buy something, but that doesn't necessarily mean they're linking to the Canadian Amazon. They might be linking to an Amazon in the United States or the Amazon in Europe or somewhere. So just make sure that if you're buying something, that you are set as Canada and in English here. The only options for language are English or French, but for shipping and for purchasing, you want to make sure that you're set on Amazon Canada. You can order from Amazons outside of Canada. However, a lot of the sellers won't necessarily sell to people internationally if they're shopping on or if you're on like a different country. I've seen this in the past where I've gone to like Amazon in the United States and I've tried to buy something and I'll get a warning message saying that that person doesn't actually ship to Canada. So to make things easier, just keep yourself on Amazon Canada. That way you know that anything you find on here is in fact something that you can buy. So
I have a question.
Does anybody have any questions? Yeah, absolutely.
Like if can I order it in Amazon and have them to ship it out of Canada?
So if you are ordering from Amazon Canada, so if your country is set to Canada, and you find something that is being sold there, then they should be able to ship anywhere within Canada. That's usually the way that it works. Typically, when you're looking at a product,
out of Canada, would they ship it to?
You want to ship to like a different country?
Yeah.
You may run into the same problem as if you were looking at a different Amazon on it, like a different country's Amazon. So what I mean by that is, say you were shopping on Amazon Canada, but you wanted to ship to a location in the United States. That store may not, or that like shipper, that vendor may not necessarily ship to the United States. So you might be better off going to, like, say, Amazon US if you're buying something to ship to a US address. It's the same for if you're buying something in Canada, you will probably want to be in Amazon Canada. If you were shopping, I don't actually know if Amazon's in China, but if Amazon is in China, if you were shipping to like an address in China, you'd probably want to switch to like Amazon China.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
But what happens if the product is from China? When they ship it in, do you have to pay custom duty fee or tax or something like that? Or they
Usually,
already included in the price when you check out?
I want to say they usually include it in the price. I can't guarantee that it's going to be like that for all of the items that you buy, say you're shipping from China to Canada. However, usually it's included. I don't think I've ever been charged for like duty when I'm crossing the border for anything that I've purchased on Amazon. But I can't
Ryan,
guarantee that all of the items, products are like that.
Ryan, can I add to what you just said?
Of course.
My experience is if I order things from Amazon US, and I didn't know it was a US site, so I ordered it and it's being sent to Canada. Then, because from the US, they normally will charge you custom duty because it came from US. So if you are in Canada, make sure you are ordering from the Amazon.ca website so that there is no duty charges.
That's
Yeah.
a good point. So again, make sure that this country is set to Canada. You know that if this country is set to Canada, that you're on Amazon, the Canadian Amazon. So if you're ordering from the Canadian Amazon, usually you won't find like duty or anything like that. If you're on Amazon on a different country, if they do ship it internationally, then you may get charged duty. So just double check that you're on Amazon Canada. It will default to Canada because you're in Canada right now. But again, it's a good idea to know how to switch back if you accidentally get switched to a different country.
Okay.
So
Ryan,
yeah.
So when I tried to download the app on my iPad, it didn't give me a choice as the Amazon.ca. But then after I download the app, and then I tried to download it on my smartphone, Samsung, Android, it does give me a choice to select Amazon.ca. So I think how you, where you download, which app you download is important as well.
Oh, that's a really good point. So I know that oftentimes the default store will be which app store you download from. So if you're connected to like the Canadian App Store or the Canadian Google Play Store, then Amazon will default to that country as well. So if you are connected to the Canadian App Store, then Amazon will also be Canadian. But you might get an option to select which country that you're in as well. But if you do want to check, just to make sure, you can always click on the little three lines on the bottom here. Under settings, click country and language, and just again check that you're under Canada. That's just in case. You're probably going to be under the Canadian Amazon, but if you want to remember how to check on that, that's how you would do it. So again, I have some bad news. This is our last class for the semester. So I want to say,
oh no.
I just want to take a moment and say thank you guys so much. It has been an absolute honor to teach you all the different apps and things like that, and you're absolutely wonderful students. We're not done quite yet. We're going to be going to the breakout room and we're going to be practicing the things that we've learned today. But I did want to say again, thank you so much for being awesome students, and for the volunteers as well. Thank you guys.